Hi new friends, my name is McKenna. I am stoked to be here finally. I'm brand new to posting on YouTube and I'm so nervous right now. I feel like a little alien who's never seen a camera before in her life, even though I'm a photographer in real life, so I should be fine here. I'm not. I'm never on the side of the camera. It sucks. I wanted to do this the right way, an introduction, so I thought I'd start off with the newbie tag. So here we go.
Hello? Hello? Can anybody hear my voice? Anybody out there? Anybody hears me? Please respond.
Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I've been putting this off for so long that I feel like I'm going to explode. I've been kind of subconsciously and kind of consciously putting off ingesting certain media, reading things, watching things, because I should save it for a video when I don't even have a channel. Oh, a channel. I've put off reading Throne of Glass. I put off watching the Matrix movies. I've put off so many things because reacting to those would make a good video. It just feels necessary at this point. I've been saving so many amazing things for this mystical, non-existent, hypothetical wisp of an idea YouTube channel. I'm ready to start, and I'm ready to stop using whatever excuses I've been using to not start. I've been wanting to start this channel for probably close to 2 years. But speaking of excuses, I've also been putting off this channel because of a bunch of bull. Sorry, I actually don't understand the cussing on YouTube rules yet, so I've been putting off doing this channel because of a bunch of BS excuses. Like, my office isn't fully finished yet. There's no art. There's supposed to be a bunch of art on the wall. Whatever. We'll figure it out. And honestly, it's gotten to the point where the need to just start by any means necessary has outweighed the need for everything to be perfectly in line to start doing this. Also, I don't have many close friends who read, especially those who read the same things that I read, and I really need somewhere to yell and complain and throw my feelings around. Question 2. What are some fun, unique things you can bring to YouTube? I read a lot of nature, wildlife, travel, adventure types of nonfiction books, which I don't see a whole lot on here. So if you're a big ol' science and nature nerd, welcome home. What unique? I didn't like Daisy Jones and the Six. That seems to be a kind of unique take, apparently. Oh wait, right. My whole shtick. I won't only be covering books. It's McKenna loves content. I love books, I love movies, I love television. I love media in general, and I want to be talking about all of it. I want to be having discussions about all of it. I want to form a community that just ingests everything. Oh, also, I'm a people pleaser at like a deep, detrimental level. Oh, I have not been looking in the camera this whole time. I'm looking at my monitor. Sorry. Like I was saying, I'm a deep, detrimental level people pleaser. I'll do anything you ask of me. Anything. 24-hour readathon? Easy. I have insomnia. I'm up until 6 a.m. anyways. Watch every extended cut Lord of the Rings film without stopping for food and water. I've literally already done that. 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm excited to take something that I already love, ingesting media, and being able to channel it into a new medium. And to not be as alone in my media ingesting. I love people. I love talking to strangers. I love making friends, and all I want to do is make friends with people who love being swallowed up by books and movies as much as I do. And, you know, I've been a photographer since I was 18, but I've never really ventured into video. So I'm excited to learn new software and new equipment. So this is fun. I mean, this is scary, but it's gonna be fun once I get past the first weirdness. 4. Why do you love reading? Also, sorry I keep looking off. I'm using notes. I'm using notes just for the first video. Just give me this one. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Just let me have my little notes. I'll look more in the camera. I promise. I'm sorry. Why do I love reading? Escapism is the obvious answer. I like experiencing someone else's fictional life for a few hours instead of having to focus on my own. Like I said for the last question, I love being swallowed whole by something. Like being absolutely devoured by a book or movie, especially one that, you know, maybe would push me to experience feelings either that I've never felt before or I haven't felt in a long time. Escapism is huge, but every once in a while you find a piece of media that spells your thoughts out in a way you've never really been able to verbalize, and it feels like it's putting your brain a little more in order. Number 5, when did you start reading / watching? By the way, I know this is a booktube newbie tag, but I'm trying to switch the questions a little bit to make them cover all the topics. I don't know how to answer this for movies. I've always watched tons of films. As for books, I read voraciously as a kid. I learned to read way younger than I was supposed to, and I kind of ate up anything I could get my hands on, except for the assigned reading in school. Anything I was told to read, I lied about. Oops. I read less as a teenager, and in my early 20s, thanks to things like a social life, boyfriends, and then depression in college, and I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. And then a few years ago, I was really, really sick, laid up in bed, and read all of A Court of Thorns and Roses in 1 week. I'm just a girl. And like so many girls before me, ACOTAR brought me back home. And I'm not mad about it. Oh, this is question 6. What book or series got you into reading or watching? As for movies, the first movie I ever saw in theaters was... Oh, my mic has not been on this whole time. Alright, we're just doing it. The first movie I ever saw in theaters was Lion King. And I really stayed on the Disney movie train for like a long time. And every day after school I was watching Animal Planet. Steve Irwin, Jeff Corwin, Zaboomafoo, gnarly animal vet surgery shows. Number 7. What questions would you ask your favorite YouTuber? Will you be my friend? Can we be friends? Also, how do you maintain a sense of balance in your life in any form? I haven't even started this channel yet, and I already have foregone food, water, sleep, all of my relationships in order to create a Notion page with 45,000 fully fleshed out ideas. Also, what the fuck do you guys do with your hands while you're filming? Am I supposed to... Oh my... I feel like I've been talking with my hands a lot more than I do in real life. Also, what editing software do you use? I've watched 400 videos on tech boys telling me if I should use Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve, and every single video has been negative helpful. So, what editing software do you use? Thanks. Question 8. What challenges do you think will be difficult to overcome? This shit right here. Talking to a camera and not going full head empty, no thoughts. Like, I have notes. I'm reading off notes, and yet I can still feel my brain totally emptying out. I see my own face and my brain just goes blank. Also, intelligently articulating my thoughts about the content that I'm ingesting for the first time, like, ever, with books especially. I haven't really had people to talk about books with, so I'll read a book and just kind of like caveman grunt to myself. Book good. Book happy. Book sad. Love book. Hate book. And now I'm gonna have to put together full, coherent human sentences, which I don't know if I'm capable of. And then the worst part that I'm already dreading, having to listen to my own voice for hours while I edit. Oh my God. And I get that everyone hates the sound of their own voice, but I've always felt like, oh, they're just playing around. My voice is actually awful and weird. So I'm really, really not looking forward to just listening to me talk at myself for hours. I also have two medical-based reasons that are gonna make editing extra annoying and time-consuming for me. I know that's vague, but we don't need to get into my whole medical resume in the very first video. Question number 9, where do you read/watch? Everywhere. In my office, in my bed, on my couch, on the floor sometimes. I travel a lot, so I'm also reading on airplanes, in hotels, at parents' houses, at friends' houses, in random cities and states and countries. And I watch movies everywhere too. On my couch, in my bed, in my office, at parents' houses, at friends' house, anywhere and everywhere. And I know that's a very general answer, but everywhere. The one place I don't actually read is in the car, because my particular brand of ADHD doesn't mesh well with audiobooks, which is a shame because I pretty regularly do like 18+ hour drives. Number 10, what kinds of books and movies do you like to read and watch? For books, I'm a big time fantasy and sci-fi. This is my fantasy bookshelf, both of them, and you can't even see, but it goes up and down a few more shelves. So for books, I'm a huge fantasy sci-fi girl. Massive. And then last year I started reading and loving more horror. I love literary fiction. I don't reach for it as much as I should because I've been depressed and I've been nervous to focus on like real life big emotions instead of pure fantasy escapism. But I'm focusing now on changing that because I have like a huge backlog of miscellaneous fiction books that I need to read. I also love nature, wildlife, adventure types of nonfiction. Like I said before, that shelf is behind you right now. I'll show you later. I love poetry. That is actually all down here on my floor. Sometimes I'll pick up a self-help book if it's relevant and I'm in the mood. Those are also behind you. I am not a big romance reader. I'll pick one up like once or twice a year, and I rarely ever go into mystery thriller. But like I said, I'm a big time people pleaser. So if even one person watches this video and goes, I wanted to read romances and mysteries and thrillers, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do whatever you want. Smash that subscribe button for complete and total control over my life. As for movies, I watch everything under the sun except for mafia movies. Can't stand, don't care. Don't care at all. Do not give a shit. I could not give less of a bleep about like the Godfather type movies, Goodfellas, all that, whatever. Don't care. I don't care. I love sci-fi and horror. I love fantasy. I'm a sucker for big franchises. A sucker. Marvel, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Dune, Hunger Games, Twilight. Like name a franchise, name any franchise, and there's like a 95% chance that I'm too invested in it already. Love a franchise. Love something to be very excited about in a big group of people who are also very excited about that thing. I saw Endgame in theaters at midnight, and it was the closest thing I've ever had to a religious experience. I also really, really love mid movies. The Meg type of stuff. The Insidious movies. Any disaster or apocalyptic movie with Gerard Butler or The Rock. 3-star rom-coms with Katherine Heigl or Channing Tatum. I love mid movies. I will literally watch any movie thrown at me except The Godfather. What is your book collection like? I'll insert some clips. You can see part of this big old girl behind me. There's a second one of this right over there, and then there's another bookshelf behind you. There's some books atop these two bookshelves on like kind of a conjoined ridge. My book collection is probably objectively too big, too much, but I can't get rid of anything. I actually need to buy another bookshelf because I have nowhere to put more books that have come in. At some point I'll show you all of them, but right now I'm kind of. At some point I'll show you all of them, but I can't get rid of anything. I've tried to do unhauls. I've tried to unhaul things. Doesn't work. Sorry, my camera stopped recording for no reason at all. Anyway, that's it. We did it. This is probably maybe gonna be too long for a first video. I don't know, but whatever. That's it. It was very nice to meet you. Have a lovely day, and I hope I see you again soon. Hello, new friend. Oh, f me. Okay. Hi, new friends. Oh, ew. How do I say this? Hello, new friends. Hi, new. Oh. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry. Yeah. Oh, the sun is going down. I need to drive. It's already 1 p.m. and I need to get in the car and drive about 9 or 10 hours today. Where the fuck was I? But like I said, Girl, are you kidding me? I also really what was that voice? Am I even? Have my eyes not been focused the entire time? I will